Kapla!
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Hiroki. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. You here to make war? We surrender. Important thing is, I'm meeting you people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before, or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Birdo Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Oh, yeah. This is good. This is good stuff. I'm gonna pray. How much longer before we go live? Yeah, how much longer till? What time is it? 4:01. That would mean I've been on for a minute. What the fuck? Ah, shit. Hello, world. I don't know what you think you guys just saw. Hello, world. It's Birdo Prey 5, Kapla. Welcome to Bed Life for December 2nd, 2022. John Iraqi, first in the chat, says Uno. And with a $1 super chat. Thank you so much, John Iraqi.
I've been monitoring your communications with Starfleet Command, Captain.
Appreciate the super chat. John Iraqi says hashtag ignore Kronos. Hashtag Earth is not a sphere. Hashtag oatmeal omelets are scrambled. Omelets are scrambled. Richie Poole, second in the chat, says Tuvok, Kapla, and what is a Kronos? Indeed. Once science can figure that out, Richie Poole, we will have the complete fundamental understanding of the universe. John Iraqi says hashtag Liver King is a lie. I don't even want to know what that means. 54.5 Access Radio says today in sports news, Indiana Jones 5, Crystal Skull 2. Yes, that's a valid score if I ever heard one. Mike Richards says greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. Moxley fans says Kapla all. Hashtag boycott DoorDash. Moxley, what happened? Why would you boycott DoorDash? DoorDash is like my primary source of food. Moxley fans says Birdo Prey 5, Kapla Bird. Hope you and the family are doing well today. Hashtag boycott DoorDash. I mean, that's 2 meals a day delivered by DoorDash sometimes. Moxley fan says, my greetings from Texas. Hashtag boycott DoorDash. Everybody wants to boycott DoorDash. What's up? What's up, Moxley? Spill the beans. Or is that what DoorDash did? Moxley says, Bird of Prey, guys, I had a terrible experience with DoorDash yesterday. Hashtag boycott DoorDash. Moxley, tell me what's up. Maybe my ultra premium DoorDash status can get you satisfaction. Mike Richards says, Window Dash is worse. Here's your brick. Crash. Good one. Moxley's Bird of Prey, DoorDash is by far the worst company ever. Hashtag boycott DoorDash. Well, I tell you, Uber Eats, not so great either, but I'm curious as to what happened. John DeMarco says, greetings, everyone. Greetings, John. Mike Richards says, greetings to the Trivia Master, John DeMarco. Mike Richards says, the category is Karoga. Ding. And John DeMarco says, the clue is this location receives a lot of hails. Hail Karoga. Absolutely. Mike Richards is laughing. Mike Richards says, that's got to be a 100-point question. LDG at Free the Net is waving. Welcome, LDG. LDG says, na, 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 na. Hey, yay, yay. Goodbye. Are you saying goodbye to Ye as in Kanye? Or just you're singing? 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir. Hello, 47. Yvette, the lovely Yvette, says, a grand evening, Bird, and to one and all. Thank you, Yvette. Mike Richards says, thank Bird, it's Friday. Absolutely. Hashtag TBIF. It is indeed Friday. Moxley fan says, we, the people, boycott DoorDash. Wow. What could they have done, Moxley? I am concerned. I am highly concerned as to what they could have done. Syphilis is Mutt Day, like a dog. Yes, today is National Mutt Day, like a dog. A mutt is a dog that's not a purebred dog, a mix of breeds. Not to be, some people think a mutt is a term of insult. It's not an insult. It's a scientific term, a shorthand term for a real thing. It's just a mix. There's a lot of wonderful mutts out there. They're no less lovable or no less smart. In many cases, they're smarter than their purebred counterparts. Their DNA generally better because it's a mix, whereas in pure breeds, there's some inbreeding goes on sometimes. You got your George and Gracies. Sometimes happens with pure breeds. Not often with mutts, because by definition, they're a mixture of different DNAs. LDG is lolling. Moxley says audio is low. I don't know what you're talking about. John DeMarco says rigged. Words and Pictures is laughing hysterically. Syphilis is busted. I don't know what you guys thought you saw. LDG is lolling. Audio is fine now, says Moxley. John Araki says, forget Hunter Biden's laptop. Check Berto Frey 5's laptop. I don't know what you're talking about. Richie Poole says, hey, LDG, have you seen 1899 on Netflix? Prometheus figures prominently in that story. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I couldn't get past the first episode or 2 episodes. It really, really, really turned me off. Captain Fandom Nerd says, hello, Captain. Words and Pictures says, Kapla Bird, good to hear you. Good to be here. Brilliant start. Words and Pictures, I had the thought I had the thought to start like that about 35 seconds. 35 seconds with the countdown going. I was like, oh shit. I can let me do that. It'd be wonderful. And certainly not on purpose. Absolutely not on purpose. And then Mamo Frey, I mean, we didn't rehearse or anything. I literally just asked the question and she gave me the honest answer, which is what I always hope she does. And that's it worked out perfectly. Couldn't have gone better. So thank you. Thank you. John Araki says Indiana Jones and the Day of Destiny, DEI of Destiny. Yeah, the Dial of Destiny. It's gonna be another Crystal Skull. I'll tell you that much. John Araki says hashtag boycott DoorDash. Ordered omelets and got scrambled eggs with too much salt. The egg should be flat. Okay, that's not Moxley, but that's John Araki. That's not why he's boycotting. Moxley was the one who was doing hashtag boycott DoorDash. But that is excellent. John Araki ordered omelets and got scrambled eggs. LDG says gone from Twitter. Oh, Kanye. Yeah, well, I tweeted Elon Musk minutes before the start of this show and reminded Elon Musk that popular speech needs no protection and the true test of free speech is unpopular speech. And, you don't have to agree with anything Kanye said. In fact, you can vehemently disagree. I checked on Google. I had the right word, even if I couldn't pronounce it myself. You could totally disagree with what he said, but he should absolutely be allowed to say it if you're going for free speech. So we'll just wait for Elon to read through the many millions of tweets he gets each day till he gets to mine, and I'm sure he will. It will wake him up, and he'll see the light, and will reinstate Kanye West one more time.
Captain's log, stardate
We got
7414.1.
the Random Menace with a
Our best
$2
estimates
super
place us
chat.
some
2
4
euro
hours from Earth.
super chat. Thank you, Random Menace. Random Menace says, testing. Is the new card working? It is. It is, Random Menace. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. Mamo probably wants to know when are you coming to decorate the house. Scythilis is all Mutts welcome at his house. Thank you, Scythilis. All the Mutts, hashtag more Mutts for Scythilis. John Araki says, I thought a Mutt was the next Indiana Jones. Ohio Jones greater than Indiana Jones, says John Araki. Arizona Jones is still counting, says John Araki. John DeMarcos is appropriate for National Mutt Day since he was named after the dog. Oh, that's right, Indiana Jones. And Charlie as well, named after the dog. John Araki says all the FTX coins are on Bird's laptop. I talked to my lawyer. Scythilis says, I just finished watching Andor and it wasn't bad. I have not, and I just don't plan to, but that's awesome. Not bad is pretty good for today's standards. Mr. Londell's groovy movie says, Kapla, Mr. Londell. There's a few new shows to watch now too, says Scythilis. My Apple TV, my Apple TV ended, I believe. Subscription lapsed December 1st. And now today, December 2nd, I see I see um, a new Will Ferrell movie, holiday movie, Christmas movie. I forget the name of it, but I thought it would be streaming. It's streaming on Apple TV. So probably today, this weekend, I'll probably have to get Apple TV for $6.99 for a month. It's not the end of the world just to see this movie. I mean, hell, it's a lot cheaper than if I was buying the movie on Vudu or something. But yeah, it always gets me. The 1 month they finally lapse, that's the month they actually bring something you want to watch. Midnight's Edge After Dark. Hey, Tom says, I'm here to complain that Garfield is not to scale. Totally unbelievable. Well, that's kind of, it's just the way with the view screen, it's funny how it works like that. Because it's not an actual window. So it's being recreated. Addy in Stereo, my good friend, says, I'm officially announcing the launch of Verto Prey coin. It's currently trading at 5 birds to 1 USD. Message Joe for more information. Yes, send me your money and I will send you bird coin. This is real and absolutely, positively not a scam. No, you don't have to go outside. No, Mama Ray is going to pick up the bird coin from the birds outside. Yes, the birds come and they deposit their bird coin each morning on the front lawns. And Mama Prey throws food out for them. And the more food she throws out, the more bird coin she collects. It's a win-win scenario. John Araki says, birds off camera today, so you can't see him wearing his Bellingara clothes. Is that what Ye was wearing? I honestly have no idea. John Araki with $1 super chat. Thank you so much, John Araki. Kissing Dax, 1 in 30 chance, maybe? I don't know. You feeling lucky? You feeling lucky today? Richie Pools is Bird of Prey. You give up on things too soon. $18.99 is pretty good. Nice payoff in episode 8. Episode 8. Who's got time for that? Ain't nobody got time for that. You robbed yourself of 22 years of great Survivor. No, fuck Survivor. I'm sorry, Richie Poole. That by season 2, it was obvious they were all looking to make a name for themselves. Moxley fans is Bird of Prey. Read my Dear Bop today. Oh, okay, awesome. We'll get to the Dear Bops. Wait a second. Why does Dear Bop sounds familiar? Okay, we'll check the Dear Bops shortly. The Random Menace is who's watching Wednesday. It's brilliant. Wednesday, I was probably going to check out the Addams Family. Wednesday, we saw one episode with LDG and his backstage underground, freethenet.org/underground. But apparently it's better than I thought it was. John Araki says, Bird of Prey, fact of the day, that's not Garfield's tail you're looking at. Wow. And Richie Poole says, Garfield is a boy. He sure is. John Araki says, question of the day from Mama Prey. What's your favorite Christmas song?
Scanning. Indications negative at this time.
She has 2 favorite Christmas songs. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. And Moxley fan with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Moxley fan. Says, never again will I use DoorDash. Hashtag boycott DoorDash. Wow, Moxley. I can't wait to see what happened. I hope it wasn't terrible. Uh, so Mama prays, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Honestly, I'm surprised at both of those. Wouldn't have guessed. I would have thought, what's his face? The Italian Christmas donkey.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Oh, another favorite.
Puppino.
No, Papino's the mouse.
Oh.
The
Dominic.
Dominic the donkey. Dominic. Yeah, you know, it is Christmas time. It is. Might have to do a little Christmas song here and there. Words and Pictures says mop bird coin. John Araki says 4 birds are singing, 5 golden jalojas. It would be the other way. 5 golden jalojas, 4 birds are singing. We actually have the Birds of Prey Christmas, 12 Days of Christmas song somewhere. Yvette loves Mama Pray. Words and Pictures is laughing. Addie in stereo says, I've been watching 1899. It's good, but Joe won't like it because Trump's not in the first season. Syphilis says, I watched the first episode yesterday when my cleaner was around, so she distracted me from paying attention to it. I hope that she distracted you in a good way. First episode of Wednesday, that is. You are excused, Syphilis. You are absolutely excused. So Yellowstone started, so that's good. Been watching Yellowstone. Mama Pray really likes Blue Bloods, so I've gotten into watching Blue Bloods. I know you all think I'm crazy, but I still watch Young Sheldon. That's something I watch. Waiting on Quantum Leap to come back. Yeah, I'm going to be checking out Wednesday, 1899. I got like 1 episode, maybe 2 episodes in.
Live long and prosper.
I doubt I'm going to continue. John Araki, another $1 super chat. Thank you. She's one of those naked cleaners. Syphilis, you guys must have much better cleaners in Australia than we have here. Although, to be fair, most of the people I've seen that come and clean houses here, I don't want to see them naked. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, Richie Poole says, was she wearing a French maid outfit? Well, she can't be naked and wearing a French maid outfit. Oh, Mama she could have started wearing it. She was wearing nothing. So it's really. So a naked, you can't.
I guess that,
I guess.
the word that you stole.
Yeah, I guess I was gonna say. I guess there goes any elimination of risk that they're stealing from. Not 100%, huh? You gotta still inspect them before they leave. Miss Lundell's waiting for the boys to return. Yeah, that's a good one. John Araki says she goes around releasing everywhere she sits down. Recleaning everywhere she sits down. I guess that's better to a point. Why doesn't New York have, whatever. We've got, what are they? The Cuddlers. Are there any new Cuddlers? I should check. Let's check. Any new Cuddler? Oh shit! What the fuck? Just submit it. Get rid of that. Get rid of it. Okay. Cuddlers. Nope, that's not Cuddlers. There we go. Are there any new Cuddlers for New York City? Oh, that's a dude. Ella Hannah, Rachel, and Molly B. I don't, no new cuddlers that I see here in New York. Or there's one in New Jersey. No, Molly B is virtual. What's you? God damn it! They're all virtual. State, county, any. Now, what else do I have? Yeah. Oh, we got one cuddler in Australia, syphilis. If you're interested, Anna Hubband. Anna Hubband, trained cuddlist. I really appreciate the power of platonic cuddling and touch to help with skin hunger and help me feel happy, relaxed, loved, and deeply connected. I would love to share these feelings with you and hopefully make a difference in your life. They only do out calls, i.e., they meet at the client's location. No hosting is available. Current general availability is outside of business hours, nights and weekends. Require 24-hour advance booking notice. It would appreciate 24-hour cancellation. They agreed for clients who agree with the cuddlist code of conduct and are clear this is platonic, non-sexual service. They are fully vaccinated. However, they do not require clients to disclose vaccine status. They don't require masks, but are happy to wear one. Yes. Do you prefer something other than cuddling? Here it is. Here it is. Yes. Oh, I can accompany you to an outing, for example. I am also offering virtual online sessions globally. Oh, so I could get a virtual cuddler from Australia. Boy, I could give her my Australia accent and see if she even knows I'm pretending to be from Australia. The expansion of ways to connect is in response to the current world situation. The therapeutic value of a session is not simply about the touch, it's about the intimacy created with the healthy boundaries and willingness to open up to one another. No, the entire purpose of being a cuddler is to touch the other person. That is the entire reason it exists. There is no such thing as a virtual cuddler. That's just a fucking loser on the internet. Okay? You could go to YouTube and come to me and you can watch Bird Prey 5 for virtual cuddling. Okay? It doesn't fucking mean anything, virtual cuddling. I have another toolkit full of fun ways that we can create our own confidential haven of time together, whichever is the best way for both of us. Request a session today and let me know what you're after and we will begin. Tell me that doesn't sound like a fucking OnlyFans. Like, hey, come to my OnlyFans. But it's non-sexual. Non-sexual. She's across the country. Syphilis. Fucking Australia. Too big a country. It's the same distance between Cali and New York City. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, maybe there'll be other cuddlers in Australia. Kapla gorilla. Kapla. What do we got? Okay. Let's check. Okay, so it is in fact National Bartender Day today, besides National Mutt Day. Bartenders have a rich history. They have been around since ancient times and across cultures. And remember from the cage, right? The doctor on the cage came with liquor, and Captain Pike is like, what's in their bag, Doc? That's not medicine. And doctor's like, nope, It's like a person will tell his bartender something he'd never tell his doctor, and he pours some drinks for them. And the doctor talks about, I don't know, he was getting used to women on the bridge or something. I forget what. Honestly, The Cage was a pretty shitty episode. It's National Mutt Day. This one's for the mutts. There's no ifs, ends, or mutts about it. It's also Assam Divas. I don't even know what the hell that means. Discover all there is to know about Assam's influential ruler during the medieval ages. Whatever. Bartender Appreciation Day, which sounds a lot like National Bartender Day. The Business of Popping Corn Day. What would life be without the heavenly smelling, buttery tasting, crunchy snack we all love? I'm back and forth on popcorn. When I smell it, it's delicious and I must have it. When I don't smell it, it's like, I could go either way. It's the International Day for the Abolition of Slavery, and yet in the description, it says slavery still benefits the world economy, but at the cost of our humanity. It needs to stop. This is why I propose Karogan orphans. Okay? These aren't slaves, they're orphans. And we're not putting them, we're not holding them in slavery. We're teaching them valuable life lessons, labor and whatnot. Mr. Lundell says platonic, non-sexual. Yeah, right. There's some out there that are. There are some out there that are. Addie in stereo says, I'm cuddling with Joe virtually right now. Jesus Christ. Virtual cuddler Bullock, says Yvette. Gorilla's Random Thoughts says, Bird Bachanoga, or however you spell it, was the fashion company that pissed a lot of people off by displaying a kid with BDSM toys all around and had to take down all social media. I never heard of that. I believe you. I just don't recall or heard of it. I tell you what I did see on television today, and I couldn't get the name because I was like, what the fuck? I was literally dumbfounded. Apparently, it's a drug company, and they're advertising. I guess they're advertising a drug, or they're just advertising the fact they're a drug company. I don't know what they're advertising, but it was basically Cuties, like the Netflix series Cuties, where you see these like very young 8, 9, maybe 10-year-old girls. Well, first they're playing soccer. Okay, that's fine. But like the next scene, they're like have these dresses on. They're dressed like they're going out to a club, and like they're doing freaking adult dancing moves and shit. And they're dressed not for somebody appropriate for somebody that age. And I'm like, what is going on here? Why? What is this commercial about? And the next thing you know, it's like Dupermosin from, whatever drug company. It's like, what are you selling here? I don't understand what is the point? Uh, I honestly felt too dirty to even rewind the commercial to see what the fuck it was a commercial about. I just like, it's over, good. If I notice it again, I'll remember what it's about. I don't even want to go back and look. It's dirty. I don't know what it's called, but I'm sure somebody must have some idea. Or it'll be in the news shortly, because there's no way that's staying out of Twitter's rage, whatever, for long. Cody Guy, hail Cody Guy. Dave G sound, Kapla, Vertebrae, and Karoga Kapla, Dave G. Richie Pools says the cage is awesome. I'm beginning to question your sanity. Really, Richie? The cage? Sizzler says sometimes I like that flavored popcorn. Colored popcorn. What? Colored popcorn? Like, I don't know. What are they? Cracker Jacks? Yvette says, I love sweet and salty popcorn. Sizzler says, what's the bet that Slave Kid is carrying popcorn in those buckets?
Who's been holding up the damn elevator?
Joe Biden with a $1.49 donation says, I'm cuddling you right now, smelling your hair, tossing your salad, cupping your balls. Not a joke. Oh my fucking God. Okay, that went across the line. Thank you, Kanye. Thank you for crossing all lines of decency. Are the cuddlers Mpox negative? Asked John Araki. Certainly the cuddlers I would use are Mpox negative. I don't know about some of the other cuddlers. Murder Hornet returns, says Joe Kapla Bee's Nest. The Traveler, formerly known as Wesley Crusher, says greetings everyone. Greetings Wes. I mean greetings Traveler. Richie Bull says Mpox nor negative. And shut up, Wesley. Ms. Londell says the balaclava thing has been in the national news about 2 weeks. Check out Sean Hannity tonight. He'll probably say something about it. Well, Miss Londell, since I don't usually watch Sean Hannity, I suspect another night will go by without me hearing about it. The Traveler says, hey to Richie. Yvette says, virtual cuddle Joe Day. Oh, thank you, Yvette. Richie Poole says, Fox News is not news. It's as much news as any other news. Gorilla says, Dear Bop, since I have to drive 3 hours east tonight, is the perfect song to play on the radio eastbound and down. Is the perfect song to play on? No, the perfect song to play on the radio is any Frank Sinatra song, or if it's a particularly long road trip, Don McLean's American Pie. And you see, how many times can you
Who's been holding up the
play
damn elevator?
American Pie before you get there? 10 times, 20 times, 30 times? Joe Biden with another $1.49 donation says, son of a bitch, you thought Kanye wanted to cuddle you, smell your hair, toss your salad, and cup your balls? That was me, not a joke. Joe Biden, I don't know what you're talking about. And Captain Fandom Nerd says to Wesley, hey, where were we? It's the International Sweater Festival, not festival. You cannot deny the fashion stable is making a fashionable comeback. I deny it completely. It's also Lao National Day. Understand the story behind modern-day Laos and how it became a communist republic. I like the colors of the flag. John Araki with another super chat. Thank you, John Araki. It's also National Anytime Hawaiian Day. Dress up in aloha shirts, wear leis, and get ready to groove to the Pachu beat. That sounds like any day. Incorrect. Thank you again, John Araki. It's National Build Joy Day. A little kindness goes a long way, and today is meant for just that, creating joy. It's National Fritters Day. Fritters are easy to cook and exist in different forms in cuisine all across the world. I particularly like corn fritters, but whatever. It's
know that. I wouldn't make cornflakes today.
It's National Catherine Day. Happy National Catherine Day to Catherines across the world, like Captain Catherine Janeway. John Aragi says it needs to be National Kissing Dax Day. Well, one day it might be. It's National Skip School Day. Yeah, it's National Skip School Day. Well, I guess if you skipped school, you'd get a cookie today. I don't think I've never. Okay. As a high school student, I never skipped. I mean, that's when Ciso probably skipped half the semester.
Indications negative at this time.
John Araki, another $1 super chat. Thank you so much. I never skipped high school. Junior high, I never skipped school by like going to school and never actually going in that respect. Now, I lied and said I was sick and stayed home from school. But that's not, I mean, is that skipping school? I don't know. I don't think it counts. I think for it to count as skipping school, it's like Ferris Bueller. You know, your parents have to think you went to school. Although now that I say that, Ferris did stay home sick. Okay, well, you either have to leave your house. You have to leave your house. For it to count as skipping school, you have to leave your house, not be at school, but also not be home. So I don't think I ever skipped school. It's Play Basketball Day for some unknown reason. And it's Safety Razor Day, proving kissing Dax might actually have a day. It's also Special Education Day, which actually we should all thank Mamo Pray, who, as one of her many jobs over the years, Mamo Pray was a para for special education classes in the school district we grew up in Brooklyn. It was one of Mamo Pray's many careers over the years. Today's National Special Education Day. So I said that you had some experience with that.
Yeah, a couple of years.
United Arab Emirates National Day. It's a day that holds great historical relevance. Well, tell us what it is. It's World Computer Literacy Day. Celebrate World Computer Literacy Day by extending a helping hand to those who could use it. And World Pollution Prevention Day. Show some love for Mother Earth and spread awareness about the perils of pollution. You know, the best way to show your love for Mother Earth is to take all the dirty oil from your car and just pour it back into the earth where it came. Remember, oil comes from underground. So to get the oil back to where it belongs, you take it out of your car and pour it into, like, dig a hole, pour the oil into the hole, then cover it all up when you're done. And it's like you're returning the oil back to where it came from. So I think that's considered recycling. I mean, it's certainly how we recycle oil in Caroga. It's Britney Spears' birthday. It's Lucy Lou's birthday, and I don't know. I have no idea. It's Terraria Marie's birthday. No idea who that is. Anyway, let's Richie Poole says instead Ferris went on a grand tour of Chicago with the captain of the Enterprise B. That's true. That's true. He did. LDG says, "Hey, it's LDG Day. Nice for computer literacy day." Let's check. Checking on the Google News. They've changed their layout. Biden reportedly asked Democrats to make South Carolina first voting state in 2024 primaries, demoting Iowa. I thought Iowa was by law had to be. Anyway, whatever. DNC close to giving Biden yes, approving South Carolina as first. Wow. Wow, big F you to Iowa. A big F you to Iowa. Well, so much for Iowa. Guess it's just going to go back to the land of corn. We got. Come on, no, I like the old news style. Rogue wave strikes Antarctic cruise ship, leaves 1 dead and 4 injured. Holy shit. A Viking Polaris ship was sailing toward Ushuaia, Argentina at the time. A passenger on an Antarctic cruise died and 4 others was injured after their Viking ship was struck by a rogue wave. The incident happened on Tuesday around 10:40 p.m. local time when the Viking Polaris ship was sailing towards Argentina. A guest died following the incident, though it did not share further details on the cause of death. The victim's family has been notified, and the company said. The identity or nationality of the passenger was not released. 4 other guests sustained non-life-threatening injuries during the incident and were treated on ship's doctor and medical staff. We are investigating facts surrounding the incident and will offer our support to relevant authorities, Viking said in a statement. Our focus remains on the safety and well-being of the guests and crew. We are working directly with them to arrange return travel. Holy shit. I guess that's the day you would have preferred an indoor cabin, an inside cabin. That's the first row of windows above the waterline. Huh. Oh, that is one shitty. You're in bed. You could be in bed. And you're like, the seas are perfectly calm. All of a sudden, fucking water breaks through the windows and washes you out to sea or drowns you. The ship sustained limited damage from the rogue wave and arrived in Ushuaia, whatever, Wednesday without further incident. Passengers on board the ship described choppy conditions leading up to the incident. Californian Beverly Spiker told ABC News that a huge smash against the window of her and her husband's cabin caused the window frame to break. Clearly something big happened. A lot of water came shooting in. Luckily, our windows did hold, she added, though other rooms on their side of the ship were washed out. Spiker's cousin, Susie Gooding of North Carolina, told ABC News at the time the ship was going through the Drake Passage, which is well known for having turbulent seas. Gooding said despite the conditions outside looking horrible, Inside was like a normal cruise ship leading up to the incident. She felt a sudden shudder that caused the cabinets to open. It was just unbelievable, she said. At the time that it happened, we personally wondered if we knew we weren't by any icebergs, but it's like, did we hit an iceberg? It was just so sudden. Spiker said her and other passengers were shook up afterwards. No matter what side of the boat you're on, it felt throughout the ship that clearly something bad had happened. So everyone was pretty shook up. The ship is docked as passengers await further travel plans from Viking. According to Gooding, who said that the two ships in their bay were also damaged, possibly by rogue waves. Viking Polaris ship's next departure for the Antarctic is scheduled for December 5th, has been canceled after careful consideration. Rogue or extreme storm waves are greater than twice the size of surrounding waves and very unpredictable, according to the National Ocean Service. Ushuaia, at the southernmost tip of South America, is a common starting point for cruises to Antarctica. Interesting. Especially so for those who watched my Polybridge yesterday that turned into a flat Earth discussion. Apologies for those who were looking for Polybridge. I will try again. I will try again with Polybridge. Do we have anything else here? Discord must expose Genshin Impact Leecher. I have no idea. Netflix users decry pointless scene in new Addams Family series. I doubt. Yi was best banned for Twitter. Okay. Ronnie Cox on Jellicoe's enduring legacy in Star Trek Prodigy and the Next Generation. Oh yeah, I did watch the latest Prodigy episode. I'm all caught up. This past episode was boring AF, but I gotta say, other than this past episode, the show has been getting pretty good. Fact check. Did Joe Biden never visit the Mexico border? Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Anyway. What do we got? Skipping school, we called it playing hooky, said Yvette. Right, yeah, well, I never had any friends to skip school with. Syphilis, as we called it, mitt-wagging school. Richie Poole says instead first went on to a grand tour. Yes. Yes. Lucy Lou is also welcome to his house anytime, says Syphilis. Mike Richards says when Cameron was in Egypt land, let my Cameron go. Miss Lindell's Groovy Movie says a ship near the Antarctic, impossible. Yep. Near Argentina, supposedly, says Richie. Kapla, brother warrior, Bird of Prey 5. Hail, Karoga, says Jedi Bill. Kapla, Jedi Bill. Syphilis has been waiting for the reviews. Which reviews? Prodigy? Richie Poole, hashtag bird builds bridges, not walls. There's finally something worth reviewing. Prodigy, I'll probably go for just a season review than for each episode. Okay. Let's get to Dear Bop. Let's get to Dear Bop. Dear Bop, this is you at the beginning of this video. Oh, lower decks. Lower decks isn't on. Prodigy. Prodigy's the current, or any from you. Ah, okay. I will review something as soon as I can. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! So he says, "This is me from the beginning of this video." I wish it was in a way, because this guy clearly is more mobile than me. He's buying some Bud Light, which at least he's probably got friends coming over. Uh, shit, damn it. Ah, fuck. I would have yelled, son of a bitch. I would have yelled, son of a bitch. Is there any more of that? No. Well, that's funny as hell, but not, unfortunately, not me. Dear Bop, R.I.P. There we got Christine McVie, Fleetwood Mac singer, songwriter, dies at 79. Singer-songwriter Christine McVie, who enjoyed a long tenure as a London-bred band Fleetwood Mac before becoming a key contributor to the group's multi-platinum success of the late 70s, died November 30th after a short illness. She was 79. Rest in peace to Christine McVie. I hardly knew ye, and hardly means I didn't know you. Dear Bob, hey bird, have you continued to watch Prodigy? Oh, there's a timely. Dear Bob, so far I'm invested into the episodes lately. I still say the story isn't the typical Star Trek, but it's really close and better than STD or New World. Yeah, absolutely. This season so far, or this half season, it started getting pretty damn good up until this very last episode when they kind of decided to stop moving the plot forward and we just filled in on backstory. Like all the other characters where we didn't have the backstory, they all just decided to take a moment and talk about how they got there. It was just a giant exposition dump in the middle of an episode as they're trying to flee, as they're trying to move on. So next week, this is a very it's not episodic at all. It's a very serial series, where like Star Trek Discovery or Picard, where there's one main thing happening all season long. So next week, I assume they'll get back to the business at hand. You've got two Janeways. You've got Janeway the hologram, and you have Janeway the Admiral. They're both in the show. So that's pretty interesting. Yeah, it's better than I thought it would be. It's better than I thought it would be. Snortapoopus Q Kapla Snortapoopus says hello. Hello, Snortapoopus. The Traveler says vertebrae. When you are behind on the stream and playing at 2x speed is the best choice. Absolutely, playing at 2x speed is the best choice. Dear Bob, what is Christmas to you? A good question. That is an excellent question. And as a kid, Christmas was my favorite time of year. It was magical. It was I mean, I remember getting so many presents. We were so spoiled. Sisso Prey and I, we were the only, for a long time, we were the only grandkids in the side of the family that we saw. I mean, there were days there was one Christmas where like my uncle's van was just full of garbage bags, which was in turn full of presents. And like they were just bringing them in the house, which was our house back in like the late 80s. And it was crazy. Um, or we'd go to my grandparents for Christmas sometimes. There was crazy. I mean, we'd have people, family members would dress up to be Santa and come down, and I not know it. I was so young, I not realize they were family members until I started getting wise to it. Um, it meant a lot as a young kid. As I got older, and the family didn't get smaller; it got younger. Um, although older people died, younger people were born to take their place. It wasn't quite the same. And then when I got into my late 20s and well, Mama Prey was living somewhere else. Sisso Prey was living somewhere else. Dado Prey and I, sometimes at one point we were living together, but there was a couple of years when we were living apart, but at least both in the same general vicinity. Um, and I was so lonely. I was so lonely. Not because I had family. The family was always there for me. I was lonely because all I would wanted each year was honestly, I wanted a girlfriend. I wanted to start my own family. It was getting into my 20s, getting into my 30s, and I was like, okay. I was getting anxious. I was like, when am I going to meet, Mrs. Berto Frey? Everybody said, just, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just wait. She'll come along. She'll come along. And I was like, okay, at 20 years old, I could do with that. Who the hell wanted to be burdened down at 20 years old anyway? 25, like, okay, things are going good. Save up some money, buy a house. Things will be great. And 30 starts coming up on the radar, and you start panicking, but and you start making promises to yourself. One Christmas, you might drive away in the middle of Christmas. You drive to a nearby park and you just cry in your Jeep. And you say, if I'm still crying in my Jeep in 2 Christmases from now, I say, fuck this. I'm going to just change everything and leave and just start fresh somewhere else, regardless of whatever. And another Christmas goes by, and you're back in the same park crying again. I'm like, well, this is it. This is the last chance. And then all your life stops and you never get back to a park again. So Christmas means that. It's had its ups and its downs. And frankly, Christmas to me today is just another day of the year. And it has lost its magic. Maybe it'll be different. Yeah, I would say maybe it'll be different with Nephew O'Prey. But
Can I,
yes, Mom O'Prey, you want to talk? I mean, I'm afraid doesn't know a lot of this, so. What's up, I'm afraid?
No, hi guys and girls and whoever's here. Wow, you make me sad listening to that.
I'm not trying to make you
No,
feel
but
sad.
you do. I understand though. This was your life, not the life as a child, as an adult.
As a child, it was wonderful.
No, I get that. I get what you're saying. And yes, you were robbed of your life at 30 years old, in that aspect. But what I was going to say, and to anyone out there who has a family member or a close friend or a friend's family member that may be in not exactly like Joe, but even I know some of you guys are not the healthiest. And when you're dealing with illness, accidents, anything that stops you from being the same as you were maybe before the illness or accident. Christmas may mean to you different things, some in a religious way, some just for partying, seeing family. But when you're in Joe's condition, it's another day because any day you still need to take care of certain things. Certain things still need to be done for you, whether it's by a caregiver, a family member. And there's not a lot you can do to change your daily routine that takes hours every day. And it needs to be done, whether it's Christmas, New Year's, your birthday, Halloween, whatever. And if you have anybody that you're close to that, you may invite over, just say they can get around better than Joe, but you invite over and they kind of give you an excuse, don't take it personally. Sometimes they're just not healthy enough to come out to dinner, to go partying, to, always ask them, gee, maybe I could stop by day before Christmas, day after, whatever. Try to look at it from their point of view instead of being insulted and thinking they really don't want to come see you. That's unfortunately, many people do not understand. They'll think, oh, what do you guys do all day? Hang around the house? You never go anywhere? No, of course not. Because the effort it would make to get out that door, it's really, it takes a lot. So Christmas is not what we would like it to be. Yeah. So when we say we do nothing, like Thanksgiving, it was a good thing I didn't cook a turkey for Thanksgiving. Neither one of us would have been able to eat it. We were both having issues that day. But, we try our best, and now that Charlie's here, yeah, but we still can't. I mean, I can't take him to go visit Santa, and in this day and age, I don't think I'd want to, but he'll come here, we'll have some sort of a tree, many more presents than he needs. That will still be Christmas. We'll make new traditions for him. As he does now, he says, he looks at Uncle Joe and he goes, Uncle Joey, go up. Uncle Joey, go down. Every time he sits himself in a different position in the bed, it makes a noise. Charlie has to come over and watch, and he's telling you what he's doing. He plays ball with him. We do what we can with what we have. Sorry, son. I didn't mean to take over. And
Okay. Thank you, Mama Pray. Wesley, the traveler, says, Bird of Prey, I would come over any time and have beers with you. Just please buy the plane ticket.
Buy the plane.
Well, Wes, I don't drink beer either, so I could have a Coke. You could bring a beer. I'll have a Coca-Cola.
If I still had friends in the airline, I'd get you buddy tickets.
buddy passes.
Buddy passes, yeah.
Snorter Poopa says hello to Mamo Pray.
Hello.
Richie Poole says hi to you, Mamo Pray. Snorter Poopa says Christmas is that magic time of year when family gathers to eat Santa's reindeer.
No.
Mamo Pray says no. Siddalus spends most of his last Christmas in the hospital. Yeah,
He
we understand. We understand. Richie Poole says, I hope Charlie can bring some sort of Christmas magic back to the O'Prey household. I'm sure
bring magic.
he's going to bring some type of magic. Yeah. Yeah. Sidless says, this is why I re-listen to Bird O'Prey as much as possible, because I can relate to bed life. Sidless, you are absolutely.
My heart goes out to him.
Yeah. Mama prays. Her heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to you. I hate to hear it when there's other people even close to a situation I'm in. And you, sir, are very close. Possibly worse. And I feel terrible. Pop Culture Curator says, hail to the chat. Hail pop culture. And Dr. Jill says, wow, you're on Dear Bop already. Hail, Bird of Prey. Yeah, Jill, we started a little early on the Dear Bops. There's a Dear Bop in here about DoorDash I'm looking for. And Dr. Jill just did a wonderful stream on the movie Free Enterprise. So much so it convinced me to buy the DVD off Amazon today, since it's not streaming anywhere in the United States. Free Enterprise. It comes in next week. Now, since I bought my copy legally, I might go ahead and just look for a copy a little early online, but either way, my purchase is on the way. I made the legal purchase. Richie Poole says Charlie is a real blessing, priceless. Mike Richards says, get Sassy some reindeer antlers. You know, she's standing right now. She would look. The problem is she would never keep them on. She would never keep them on. Sidla says, I'm spoiling my friends' kids with crazy presents and also spoil my friends too. Absolutely. Spoil. If you can't be spoiled yourself, the next best thing, possibly even better, is spoiling somebody else.
And Bird spoils me all the time.
Oh, Mama Fry says, and Bird spoils her all the time. Dear Ba, what is your shame? I don't even understand that. What is my shame? What am I ashamed about? I've told the story. I'm ashamed. One of the worst, saddest things I ever did, I don't forgive myself for, was on a trip to the Adirondacks with my friends. And it happened to be soon, not that long after Mamo Prey and Sisso Prey took a fucking cat in my Jeep, and the cat sprayed the Jeep, and it stunk the fucking Jeep up to Kingdom Come. It never got the odor out. My white Jeep, you and Sisso Prey, for some reason, found a cat or tried to take a cat, and you put it in the Jeep, and it sprayed the Jeep, and you felt terrible, and you paid to get it cleaned and washed and shampooed and vacuumed. It was you, Mama Gray. I'm sorry. Anyway,
I'm sorry.
the Jeep stunk to high hell. The odor never ever got out. Anyway, it happened to be that with that still fresh in my mind, I went up to the Adirondacks for Thanksgiving, as we were doing often. And as we got to the house in the late, like 11 p.m., midnight, late at night, now I want you to understand, once we get to the house, it's cold, it's dark, there's no electricity, there's no water. It takes 1 to 2 hours for me to get the house set up, to get the water going, for someone else to build a fire in the fireplace, to start heating the place up. So we get there around midnight. It's like 2 a.m. by the time we're ready to sleep. Anyway, while we're bringing all the stuff in from the cars, there's a meowing, a meow, meow, meow. What the fuck is this? You hear it forever. Finally, I'm going outside. I'm soaking wet because it's freezing cold. I'm soaking wet because I'm trying to start the water pumps in the basement. And you got to pour water into the pump to get it started, because there's like 100 feet of pipe you got to fill with water to get the system going. You had to drain it so it didn't freeze. Anyway, there's this little gray kitten, tiniest little gray kitten, and it's meowing, meowing, meowing. And like, okay, and like, I'm looking around, there's no mother cat, there's no other cats. How the hell does kitten get here? I mean, it was a 1 in 1,000 chance that it must have heard us or whatever, because if it had been any other night and that cat made it to the porch, nobody would have been there. Nobody would have been a mile around. I don't know how this cat found us, but it was meowing. And okay, we fed it. And I knew it wasn't going to leave if we fed it, but you needed to do something. So we had milk. We bought milk from the supermarket. We gave it some milk. We gave it some food. And then they're like, okay, now the cat wants to stay with us. But I don't want to, no one wanted to take care of the cat. And I certainly didn't want to take care of the cat either. But I couldn't just leave the cat outside, because there was nobody else that lived near us. So I didn't want to touch the cat. I didn't want to pick up the cat. So I said, fine. Once we were done getting the house set up, I said, I will walk. I figured out a plan. I would walk. The cat was following me. Okay, the cat took an instant like to me. The cat became my shadow. I couldn't get the cat away from me. And I was like, fine, I'll walk the cat up about a half mile up the road. And there was like a neighborhood. Okay, there was maybe 15 houses that went up and down a road. And if I lead the cat over there and then leave the cat there, it'll find some other house. Maybe it's lost. Maybe that's where it came from. anyway. Those were the closest homes. So maybe that's where the cat needed to be. But worst case scenario, I figured in the morning, someone else would wake up and hear the cat and have half a chance. And so I start walking, and my friend starts following in his pickup truck. And this poor cat, it was clinging so close to me. It was constantly walking between my legs. Like I literally would go 2 steps and then almost trip on this cat. It was so slow going. Anyway, we made it to where the houses were, and the cat had food, the cat had water, left it for the cat, and got in the pickup truck and zoomed the hell out of there and left the cat where the population center was. And I didn't think of it. After that, I just hoped I hoped everything went well for the cat. And I felt pretty, to be honest, that weekend went well and I was happy, and I didn't think about it again till, I don't know, a few weeks later. I started thinking about it. And I felt pretty shitty. And years later, honestly, I think it's probably the worst thing. Let's face it. After you have a reckoning in your life, like I did, and you worry, what was the worst thing you ever did in your life? There was only 2 things I could think of. One I still can't talk about, and the other was this. And I'm not sure which was honestly worse. But I feel really shitty. I left this cat out with nowhere. I didn't want to. I'm not a cat person. I've never been a cat person. I don't like cats in general. I don't hate cats. I don't want to see anything come to them, any harm come to them. But I never wanted a cat. Had it been a puppy, oh, I sure as hell would have kept it. If it had been a puppy that took to me like that kitten did, oh, I would have kept it forever and ever. I would have taken him home and named him George. But I didn't want a cat. I certainly didn't want a cat in my Jeep. Right. That's my shame. I left this poor, innocent, gray kitten. Fucking looked like normal. In the woods. Well, not in the woods. In a rural area. Moxie fans is Bird. I hope my explanation of what happened with DoorDash makes sense. I have a hard time explaining things on paper. Richie Pools' Bird is quite the storied history with cats. Mike Richards' Bird shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. Now, honestly, I think I could probably get over shooting a man easier because the man probably had it coming. This cat was totally innocent. Dear Bob, who's that friend who always makes you laugh? I'm the friend. I'm the friend that makes people laugh. I wish I had a friend that made me laugh a lot. I definitely make more people laugh than than people make me laugh. honestly, Sissopray has one friend who can consistently make people laugh, who I'd say, is better than me at it. Otherwise, I'm probably the second best. So, dear Bob, who makes more sense? Yay, Alex Jones, or Salty Tracker? Okay, so yesterday I watched the Alex Jones Kanye West interview on InfoWars. And then that night, LDG streamed after my stream, after my Polybridge turned flat Earth stream. Later that night, LDG streamed for 4.5 hours. And let me tell you, Kanye and Alex Jones didn't sound so weird. They were the second and third craziest people I heard from yesterday. So Salty Tracker says some weird shit though, doesn't he? Like, you know what? Okay. Kanye West may have said some good things about Hitler. Alex Jones has some weird theories on fluoride and frogs turning gay. But Salty Tracker says Home Alone isn't a Christmas movie. So I don't know how you top that. Clearly, Salty Tracker makes less sense than both Alex Jones and Kanye. I'm going to say Alex Jones makes the most sense out of those three. And I think history will judge that to be correct. Hey, Salty Tracker, there you are. Yeah, you make less sense than Alex Jones and Kanye West. Because I know Alex Jones and Kanye West would both agree that Home Alone's a Christmas movie. Dear Bop, should everything be fair and equal? Everybody should have a fair chance. Okay? To a point, things need to be equal, equal chances. But no, after that, there's not going to be fair and equal outcome. I mean, is it fair? Okay, let's put it this way. Let's say we redistributed all the wealth in the world tomorrow, and everybody's got the exact same amount. Like everybody, if you took all the money in the entire world, divided it by 8 billion people, and gave everyone, 50,000, and probably be 10,000. Gave everybody $10,000. It would take 2 or 3 generations, and the same rich people, for the most part, would have all the money back again. It's just the way it works.
Excuse me.
Yes, Mama. Right.
Would I be able to reach the second shelf in the kitchen cabinet?
No, Mama Pray.
Be fair.
Yeah, okay. So Mama Pray points out that her 4-foot, 10.5-inch body will never be able to reach the kitchen cabinets like my 6-foot, 4-inch body could when I could walk. So for her, that's still not fair, even if the money's fair, and that's true. So the truth is, life's not fair, so don't expect it to be equal.
classic. Grandmother's.
Dear Bob, favorite hamburger ingredients? Be chopped meat,
Yeah.
chopped beef, cheese, bacon, fried egg. Yes.
Got an omelet or scrambled?
Nah, not an omelet or scrambled. Fried egg, toasted bun, lettuce, tomato, special sauce. Lately, I've been on a Big Mac kick, but without the Big Mac sauce because salt. Dear Bob, what do you like on your taco? Grilled chicken, lettuce, tomato, shredded cheese, little sour cream. Dear Bob, is a dog deliberately bred between two breeds a mutt or a designer dog? That's a mutt. That's a mutt. Now, can a mutt be a designer dog? Yes, but not every mutt is a designer. Not every designer dog. Well, you know what? Forget it. Dear Bob, I feel I have to be honest with you. I find my breathing intensifies every time I watch Bed Life. Your voice makes me feel all tingly. Before you say it's an illness, I can assure you I'm in reasonable health. Would you be willing to record your voice for me to listen to privately? Wink, wink, willing to pay. Please keep this request to yourself, as I do have another half. Thank you in advance. Not a professor of quantum physics. Oh boy. Yeah, contact me privately and we can wink, wink, figure something out. Sidley says it all sounds like stuff birds shouldn't be eating. I'm not saying I'm eating it often. I'm just saying those are my ingredients for a burger. I haven't had a burger with those ingredients in months, a year, but that's what I'd put. Okay, this looks like the biggie, the Moxley one, the DoorDash. Dear Bob, I ordered Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut transferred my order to DoorDash. The first dasher was Japanese and didn't speak English, so I couldn't communicate to them how to get to my apartment. And the dasher just took my order. The second dasher came and wouldn't give me my order because they said I didn't pay. I paid with my debit card through Pizza Hut. Hope this makes sense. Moxley, hashtag boycott DoorDash. I get it. I totally get it. But it sounds like your problem is with Pizza Hut, not DoorDash. Okay, hashtag boycott Pizza Hut. They're the ones that owe you your money and your time back. They're the ones that have a shitty hookup to DoorDash. As much as I'm not defending the DoorDashers, but they didn't have any, they didn't have a decision really in delivering your food. It's Pizza Hut that screwed you. Richie Poole says life is more fair for tall people.
Yes.
Mike Richards has never heard of a burger with a fried egg on top. No, they're a thing. And Sizzler says it's a big thing in Australia. We put a fried egg on top of a burger. Mama Praise father, right? Or grandfather. One of them used to eat burger on an English muffin with a fried egg?
My father.
Your father, yeah. Mama Frey's father was a big fan. Dear Bob, damn, you are so my kind of hot. I can hardly contain my fluids when you are on, and your voice is beyond an angel's. Could you do me a favor? Any chance you could do a bed life with no shirt on? It would really do it for me and my sister. Thank you. Well, I have good news for you. I did this entire bed life with no shirt on. So you're welcome. Gary Katzer with an email says save the $6. Will Ferrell is terrible. Don't waste your money on his unfunny content. Well, he's been funny in Anchorman, so maybe he'll be funny again. Dear Bob, Jesus, we get it. You don't like DoorDash. Okay. I like DoorDash. Dear Joey, I think you need to get me this for Christmas. Can you please get me this? If you don't, I won't throw any donuts at you. If you do, I won't throw any donuts at you until next year. That's only 30 days away. Sissofrey. What does Sissofrey want now? You're a great sister, funny Trump, 15-ounce Christmas mug. You're a great sister. Probably the best ever. Believe me, no one knows sisters like I do. To say there's a better sister is fake news. You're great, so great, very special. Merry Christmas 2022. Screaming Freedom Apparel. If I buy this for Sissofrey, she will throw it at me. Okay? So forget the donut. She would throw the mug at me. So thank you, but I highly doubt that comes from Sissofrey. The Traveler says Bird of Prey, hashtag no more skin tags. This list is $6 on what? Oh, $6 on Apple TV Plus to watch the new Will Ferrell Christmas movie. Dear Bob, make sure Twitter goes down at 4:59 p.m. Eastern Time. No excuses. Hillary Clinton. I think we're a bit late. Hillary. Dear Bob, you are so big and sexy. You are the greatest YouTuber ever. How can I be more like you? You make my mouth water. I love you so much. Aw, thank you so much, whoever sent that. Dear Bob, I love what you do, and I want to get into streaming as well. It looks like streaming video games would be fun. How can I stream my video games? There are dozens of videos out there on how to stream your video games. As I'm not really a video game streamer, probably not the best, although if you want to stream from, like if you buy an Xbox or a PlayStation, the new ones let you stream directly from it. But if you want to do it well, you want a capture card to capture either the output of your Xbox or your PlayStation, or if you be streaming computer games, then you just want a really good computer system that allows you to capture the game and have multiple monitors so that you can stream and play at the same time. It's not cheap. It costs a little extra. So figure out how you want to do it. Richie Pools says, I would just love to see Ciso Prey throw a Trump mug at you. I'm sure you would. Salty Tracker says, check out Bird's new OnlyFans page. Hashtag bed sores and skin tags. Gary Cancer says, what is this? You submit your own dear bops. We all saw it. Don't wait for the translation. Answer the question. So are you soft putty? Are you truly Turtistani? Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. This is fake news. Fake news. Nobody saw any of it. Dear Bop, cuddle, 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 pay me. It's not how it works. Dear Bop, last bed life, you were disparaging my cousins by blaming them for getting people AIDS. That's not my cousin's fault. People got AIDS because they were unwilling sperm recipients. You were victim shaming. Who's your cousin? It's not my cousin's fault. Well, if they were unwilling recipients, then I'm certainly not blaming them. Dear Bop, hang on. I'll be right back. I have to poop. Did not need to know that. Kronos is in the house. Says Kapla, bird of prey, mom of prey, chat of prey. What did I miss? Absolutely nothing, Kronos. Dear Bob, I'm 35, and while the job is great, I'm already feeling a little bit of burn from the job already, and it's only been 5 months on the job. My question is, how do you go about finding about what you are truly passionate about in life? Why can't there be a quiz for things like this? Many kinds of gaming, Captain. I don't understand. Are you passionate about gaming? Like what game? Or you just don't know what at all you're passionate about? Usually by 35 years of age, you've come across something that interests you. Painting, poetry, farming, I don't know what. Even if it's something that doesn't seem like it's going to make money, you usually find something that you just have some sort of passion for. And if you haven't got a passion for anything, that's possible. I don't know. But maybe it's time you shake up, you change your job, you change your profession, you move to another town, and you just start over. You just start over. I'm a little disappointed that I waited too long. My job was too comfortable. I didn't want to leave it. I got too comfortable at the job, and I didn't shake up my life like I needed to. Dear Bob, something that has bothered me since I first saw the episode Yesterday's Enterprise. If alternate universe Yar goes back to prime timeline, Narendra with the Enterprise C, would she not cease to exist? If the Enterprise C going back to the proper place and time resets the timeline to what it should be, does it not wipe out the timeline in existence that Yar came from? I'm sure the explanation is something like Avengers used. and frankly, I hate that theory of time travel. It might make for interesting discussion topic and video. What say you? I don't think it's that interesting because time travel isn't real, and for any time travel story to make sense, you just gotta ignore the parts that don't make sense. I don't know how else to explain it. If you think too deeply about any time travel story, it always unravels because every time travel story is illogical and would result in a paradox if it actually happened. So enjoy the story and don't think much about it. Dear Bob, I call BS that Salty Tracker was actually in here. We all know he no longer supports the nerd community. I don't agree with that. I don't believe that at all. He supports his nerd community. And he was here. I mean, I don't know how much time he spends, but certainly some. So there's that. Dear Bob, hey, I just want to thank you for joining me on my pro-Nazi campaign. Your uniform is on its way. Yay. Dear Bob, F you, Pizza Hut. Well, hey, Pizza Hut, you're the one with the problem here. You haven't had a good idea since your stuffed crust pizzas. Dear Bob, tell Gary to go fuck himself. Will Ferrell. And Gary Cantor says, Anchorman, one of the worst movies ever made. Sorry, Gary. That's just simply not true. Dear Joey, what does Charlie want for Christmas? What would Mama Pray want for Christmas? Thanks, Secret Santa. Charlie wants ice cream. Charlie would be very happy with ice cream and French fries for Christmas. Mama Pray would be very happy with ice cream and cake for Christmas.
No.
Huh?
I think, yeah, I don't want to intrude anything.
No, not French fries. Ice cream and cake. So that's probably what they'll be getting. Also, Mama Pray will be getting a gift for Governor of Poker 3, since Mama Pray really likes playing Governor of Poker 3, and you can buy packages that include power-ups and chips and chances to win and free buy-ins to poker tournaments. So that's the type of stuff Mama Pray likes. So that's the type of stuff Mama Pray will get. Kronos, is any room for a Mama Pray tale? She kind of did one earlier, Kronos. You weren't here. She spoke for a while. I think that's going to be it for today. Thank you all for coming and hanging out. It's Friday. Head on over to the underground at freethenet.org/underground. Hang out with myself, LDG. Generally, other people are there. Yvette, Mr. Londell, Cody Guy, sometimes. Rock Solid was there today. Darren comes in from time to time. Lots of people. Lots of people hang out. Captain comes. And we're not live most of the time. We're just hanging out. Glad I could be here for about 10 seconds as Kronos. Well, 10 seconds is better than none, Kronos. And LDG puts in the link freethenet.org/underground. Kapla all bird out.